No, I'm dragging this out. I've got 93 minutes, so we can take as long as we want. Get your pillow set. Tom, I think you did your daughter really, really proud. It was a beautiful speech. Absolutely beautiful. Kim and I have obviously been planning this for a very, very long time, and she always asked me to start the speech with a let's deal with the elephant in the room. You've lost so much weight, darling, I really can't. You're a bizarre audience, I tell you. We're going to go on. Kim and I's relationship is all about, and I think it's already been said before, look, we were all about getting pissed. We were all about having a laugh, and we were all about taking the mickey out of each other. The fact is that Kim is so much better at it than me. So much so that we were in Manchester one night and I said, can we stop? Because I'm not enjoying this anymore. Honestly, she was absolutely fantastic at it, but that's what we do. I would say though, you look absolutely amazing. And I had visions of what you would look like when you came around the corner there, and you surpassed. You surpassed everyone. You look like a true princess. You look absolutely amazing. You are an incredible woman, and we'll go on a bit more about that in a minute. But you are divine. You look gorgeous. I've got to be honest. I am very nervous right now, and I know a lot of you in the room are going, he's an old hat. He's done this 2 or 3 times. He knows what he's doing. I've got to say, this is the most nervous I've been ever. I've talked in front of 1,000 people, and I've never been this nervous, because this means an awful lot. It really does, and I meant every word that I said today in our commitment, and it was amazing. So thank you, Kim. It's fantastic that so many of you are here to share this moment with us, and I know we've not been able to do the full legal bit. But for me, that doesn't matter, because the declaration of commitment that we've given to each other today, I think has been more unique, more personal, more meaningful than any marriage ever could. It's been beautiful. The service has been fantastic. And when we all started putting it together with Bill, who is definitely, a fantastic reverend, you've done an amazing job today. We did this. We did this with God, and we truly meant it, and it's been, I think, a beautiful, beautiful service. And I know a lot of you have come up to us and said that it's been truly beautiful. Even Andy Pearson apparently had a tear in his eye. It's probably more to do with the way he's dressed today. It's a wedding, not a funeral, Andy. I would like to say thank you to everybody, because this is where you find out where your true friends are and your true family. For everybody to make... Shut up, it's my event. Seriously. This is where you find out your true friends.
Has Theo got his phone on?
Well, let's hope so. He's quiet. This is good. This is where you find out your true friends, because for you to all travel, the full length of the country, to come up to a place called Inverness, a little town called Bewley,
Do we hear that?
Buncrew House.
It's quicker to get to Amsterdam.
You've had your moment, right? It was good. Let's do it now, please. But welcome to Buncrew House. It's a fabulous venue. I think we've been truly, really, really lucky. So, Bill, thank you for talking to God and sorting out the weather. It's been truly, truly marvellous. Great venue. So, thank you to everyone. I've got a number of thank yous to make, all right? And you're going to have to bear with me. But my first thank you is for the Campbells. And I want to thank the Campbells for accepting me into the family. Yep. All right? You've been fabulous. I know, Tom, you are the apple of your daughter's eye. She thinks so fondly of you. She speaks so highly of you. She's so proud of you. And you're really lucky to have such a beautiful daughter, and one who just loves you and cherishes every moment with you. So it's fantastic you've rekindled your relationship.
Yeah.
I knew Tom and I were going to get on the first time I met him, because it was in our flat in Newcastle, and I got home from work. I was at work that day, David. I wasn't just sat. One day. It was a Wednesday. I got home and Tom was sat on the sofa in a pair of pants and a shirt. And I thought, we're going to get on. We're really going to get on. So, similar age, thanks Nat. I obviously mirrored Tom. Lucky for him, I didn't have my cow thong on. But I really adore this man. I think he's a great man. He's very kind. He's very passionate. And I love the way we can just sit in underwear together and talk.
Vagina's out.
Vagina's out. So when I asked Tom whether I could marry Kim, he said, you can, as long as you can beat me in an arm wrestle. And I thought, all right. I'm a kind of solid guy, this looks easy. What I didn't realise, and I'll challenge any one of you here, even Wheeler, wherever you are,
Yes, come on.
to do an arm wrestle with Tom, right? Because he's a former champion in Gloucester of arm wrestling, and he absolutely destroyed me, right? But I'm not a man to be defeated. I'm not a man to be defeated. I thought, right, of all those years of ambidextrous adolescence, could we go left-handed here? Could we go left-handed? Tom, how do you fancy a left-handed challenge? Oh, the fear on his face. And we are here today, having beaten him.
Tom won.
What now?
Did Tom win?
On the left-handed one? On the normal? Yeah, he did.
It wasn't quite clear.
Should we carry on now? Oh my God. Anyway, I don't know if you've got to know Tom, but Tom's a massive, massive rugby man. Massive rugby man. He used to play for Bath. I think he coached Moseley. Moseley Simon is in Birmingham, not South Africa, by the way. And he coached them to the Premiership. But he's also a Man City fan. I've got to agree with you. You know, you think about Man City fans, they know their players, right? So Uncle Ian and I, where's Uncle Ian? Uncle Ian, we were building a shed, weren't we? In fact, in my speech I said erecting a shed. For Tom, the Man City game was on, and Man City went 1-0 up. And we went, who scored? And he went, Penn.
No, it's me.
I said, Penn? He went, yeah, the new signing. I thought, the new signing, Penn. All right, yeah, well, you're not going to disagree with your father-in-law, especially when he beats you at arm wrestling. He went, yeah, definitely Penn. I said, okay, let it go. Anyway, 20 minutes past, 2-0. I said, who got it? He went, Penn's got another. I thought, this is an awesome signing. This guy's brilliant. Anyway, Ian and I went in at half-time for a beer. Aguero got two penalties. Right, the second people I want to thank is Nana and Papa, right? Because when you meet Kim, and everybody here has heard so much about Nana and Papa, she has been everything in their life. And they are really, really special people. And to be fair, it's an absolute honour to be introduced to you. It really was. And to be fair, it was quite scary. Because she hides you in such high regard. And we went to Inverness one day. And it was a great, great journey, and we got there, and it was lovely. And at the very end, Kim said, "By the way, Nana and Papa don't like tattoos." And I thought, shit, I'm in a lot of trouble here, aren't I? Lucky for me, I had a t-shirt on, I had a rugby top on, really, really nice day, so it was fine. Unlucky for me, it was the hottest day in Inverness ever. And we sat in the garden. Absolutely, do you remember this? Sweating, and you kept going, do you want to take your jumper off? And I went, nah, I'll leave it. Are you sure? Yeah. Anyway, I think you've got used to tattoos now, haven't you? Let's hope they have, Kim. Let's hope they have. Told him it was a stick up. Right, the next people I want to thank, and Kim's already alluded to this, and it's funny that we haven't shared speeches, but I do want to thank Patsy and Hamish.
Go on, Frankus.
Let's not bother. I do want to thank you because you've been brilliant, and Patsy, you have been inspirational in Kim's upbringing. You really have. You've shown.
The way she turned out.
Has everybody met Patsy?
Especially her boyfriend kids. They didn't come from
Oh, don't spill me thunder. Patsy has been inspirational. You've shown her the real meaning of life, and I know she absolutely adores and cherishes you. And you have had such an impact on her life that she's come up with certain phrases. And those phrases are, "Shut up, Ali," and "Where's the wine?" But I do thank you for what you did for Kim, because you're a massive support in your life. And I know you gave me some feedback recently, Patsy, and you said I didn't like you. For somebody like me, that's not a good thing when you need all that reassurance. She said, I didn't like you. She said, you just wanted to be accepted far too much. Thanks, Pats. So I tried to model myself on her son, Stuart. Double whammy, Kim. I do all right now. So I think Kim and Patsy love me. And Hamish, you have been fantastic. And to have you as my pops. He's only 6 months older than me, but he's my pops. I love Hamish's words of advice when he first met me. He said, whatever you do, he said, and this is all serious, he said, whatever you do, don't go on holiday with Kim.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't you?
Absolutely.
He said, don't go on holiday with Kim because boys don't come back from holiday with Kim. He said, his actual words were, mind the gaps in the fence when you're on holiday. And I thought, shit, I've booked Tenerife, Malta, Bali. Oh my God, I'm going to die. There was a lad who even broke his leg on holiday with you, I believe. But we have survived all of those holidays, all of those memories, and it's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't it? My traditional job is to toast the bridesmaids. And I want to say thank you for doing such a marvellous job today, because you have looked fantastic. You've done a fantastic job running around after Kim. Natalie is maid of honour. You've done a fantastic speech. Actually, you wowed me with your speech. I never thought you could come up with something like that. You really have, and you've looked after us, and you did a tremendous sten. Along with the groomsmen. We got some great manners from that. But I would like to say well done to Beth and to Sammy as well. But someone who's also extremely special to me, and when she came around the corner today, it really, really touched my heart, because I haven't been the best dad to Maddie, but we've rekindled a relationship a little bit like Tom has. And over the last, 15 months, we've got extremely close, and I was extremely proud to have you here today, Maddie. You look gorgeous, and I love you very much. Can we raise a glass to the bridesmaids, please? The bridesmaids. I'd also like to thank my groomsmen. So we've got Stuart and Simon coming up in a minute. These guys are going to be hilarious. I mean, it's great that the groom's speech doesn't have to be recognised. It's all about the best man on the wedding. So these guys are shitting it, I tell you. It's brilliant. They've got such an easy job as well, but they are absolutely bricking it. I want to say thank you to Hamish. Hamish, you were brilliant today. If you could just put that Strongbow can down, you'd have been even better. And I want to say a special thank you to Tommy, because Tommy has truly looked after me over the last couple of days. He really has, and he's gone over and beyond. He's been running around, and he's, in my mind, been the unsung hero. So can we just raise a glass to my best man and the ushers, please. Finally, Fiona was meant to be here as a bridesmaid. Unfortunately, couldn't be because of little Teddy. And little Teddy's been really, really poorly. He's been in hospital. They've had to stay in with him. So I do want everybody to raise a glass, please, to Fiona and Gavin and the Chews. Right, my last thank you before I move on to this beautiful lady here is to the Reverend Canon Bill Weaver for hosting such a great event, helping us design such a unique service. It's been absolutely brilliant, and I think we should raise a glass, because I know he likes a bit of Shiraz. So let's raise a glass to Bill, please. Right, what time are we on? 43 minutes. So many of you are out right now. So I want to talk to you about my best friend, right? Because this is really meaningful to me, because I have met somebody who has totally completed me, and I know I'm going on a bit, but I am going to spend the time telling you about Kim, because she is absolutely wonderful and she absolutely captured my heart. I met Kim around 6 years ago. We were in the Whiteley office. Whiteley is near Southampton. I walked into the office and I thought, oh my God, there's a new girl. And I was totally besotted with this individual's sparkle, green eyes, which I believe are blue, but I'm colourblind, so we'll go with green. And her smile is absolutely, you all know this, her smile is so encapsulating, it's incredible. And I thought, do you know what, I'm not going to go in the office today, I'm going to sit next to this young lady. And I sat next to her, and she smiled at me, and I smiled at her, and nothing happened, but there was just this moment, wasn't there? And apparently, nothing from this. We had a distant relationship for about 4 years. And during those 4 years, Kim would come to me and go, you've got different coloured eyes. I went, yeah, I know. And she went, yeah, but you went from the post office to sales director. And I went, yeah, I know. And she'd come in and she would do... I think Hamish described it as flash fucker or something like that. But she would come in about 4 times a week and come and see me and sit at my desk. And she'd go, you've got different coloured eyes. And I go, yeah, I know, Kim. You've told me that 4 times this week. I've really got to get on with some work, or David's going to sack me. And we did have this distant relationship where she would talk to me, I would talk to her, and I always thought, Christ, you can do so much better with your boyfriends, but nothing ever happened with us. And you all know from our story when we got together, which was absolutely fantastic.
We do.
Most people know the story of where we met in Newcastle. No, I can't. I can't tell this story. I'm not telling this story yet. No, I didn't. But I was absolutely amazed. No, well, maybe I'll tell it a bit later. But I was absolutely amazed with Kim. But we never did anything, and I don't know why. But then she seemed to cast this spell on me, and I don't know if you've ever seen Kim's hands. Has anybody ever seen Kim's hands? But she's got like these. They're not massive. My dad always said, don't marry somebody with large hands. They're very old though, they've got a lot of lines, they've got a lot of life in them. Right, she's got these grandma hands, and she put this spell on me. I'm absolutely convinced all those times when she came in the office, she put this spell on me. Right? And when I eventually fell in love with her, and I have totally fallen in love with her, I said to her, where have you been all my life? And she said, school. I've got to be honest, Kim and I have had an amazing couple of years getting to know each other, and we literally threw everything on the line with each other before we got together. We give each other our baggage, and in accepting each other's baggage, we've had a roller coaster ride, and we've had so much fun, and her spontaneity is absolutely amazing. She's just incredible. I fell in love with her smile, her eyes, the ability to take out the piss out of each other, and whilst, the passionate side of it was brilliant, I fell in love with you from having a laugh. And I'll never forget that, because that's what we do. And in doing so, I want to just let you into a couple of insights about our relationship, because living with Kim, marrying Kim, being with Kim is an experience sometimes. Because I literally threw everything on the line with Kimmy, and we were together about 3 months, and we were going out for a little drink, and we were talking about the future. and I literally was throwing everything at Kimmy, and I was thinking, this is going brilliant. She's well in. But then she started getting a little bit frustrated, and I could see a little bit of tension coming around. And I said to her, do you know what? I'm really excited about the future, Kim. This is going to be absolutely brilliant, isn't she? And her next statement just totally threw me, because her next statement said, there's got to be more to life than this. And I thought, do you know, I'm on a bit of dangerous wicket here, aren't I? This isn't going as well as I think it is. And that's the sort of thing you get from Kim. But you didn't mean that, right?
No, well, no.
I always said you should have had a different maid of honour. We also went to Tenerife, and I did wonder whether this was one of the gaps. And it was a bit of a cloudy day when we were downstairs, and we thought, right, let's go back upstairs. We went back upstairs. We were in the throes of passion. You know what I mean, Georgie? We were in the early stages of our relationship. We were all 2 minutes in. That includes foreplay and everything.
We were nearing the end. Is what you're
And we were having... and we were kind of in the middle of the throes of passion and everything else. And Kim said to me, and this is her very words, I'm having such a great time. Not right now. But such a great time. I thought, this just isn't going to last, is it? But we got here to... We know what you meant. Has everybody heard the scarecrow and the hay bale story? Right, so this is just letting you into a little bit of the world of Kimmy and her free spirit and everything else. So we were driving along through the country one day, and Kim went, do you know what, I find that so annoying. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, why do they leave Guy Fawkes out and all that in the middle of summer? I said, what do you mean? She said, well, look, they've left them out, haven't they? They're in the middle of the field. November was ages ago. And I went, that's a scarecrow. And she went, well, what do they do? And I went, scarecrows. And she went, oh, yeah. Hey, and Tom paid for public school. Listen, I'm going to try and finish up here because I'm taking too much time. But to be fair, I never thought I'd end up marrying somebody that had an Adam's apple. Size 8 feet. Who is probably as tall as me, but you know, every cloud has a silver lining because she's introduced me to Super 6, Sky Bet, drinking pints. Do you know, and I want to thank you for that because it's been absolutely magical. And whilst your ball's getting away every now and again, it's been fantastic. No, I'm still a woman, you know that. Some people have said to me that I've got a bit of an expensive hobby in getting married, and I should have collected plans. We're dealing with the elephant, right? But do you know what? In the world of hobbies and collector's item, in the world of gems, I've found my red diamond. In the world of art, I found Picasso's New Green Leaves and bust painting. If it's bringing it down to my world, you know, it's scoring the World Cup winning goal. Nothing else can beat this. So if it took all that searching, right, and it was a hobby, this is absolutely the right ending. I found my perfect match. I found the person that I want to be with forever. I found Kim Campbell, and I've truly have found my lovely dinosaur. I absolutely adore you. I adore your skipping mind. I adore your free spirit. And you certainly fill our life full of beautiful thoughts and wonderful surprises. You are absolutely amazing. People in the North East call me Lucky Jamie. Right. And I am Lucky Jamie.
People in the South call you.
Flash fucker. I don't know. But do you know what? It's not because of how beautiful she looks. It's not about her beaming smile. It's not about her sparkle. I'm lucky because I get to see all the important things about Kim that nobody else gets to see. And whilst you see a big front on Kim, you're right, she's a little fragile thing. Well, all right, you used to see a big front on Kim. She's absolutely beautiful. She's more beautiful on the inside than she is the outside, and I get to experience all those fragile little moments. And I've got to say that's what makes me the lucky Jamie. And I've got to say I have found my best lifelong friend, my lifelong lover, my lifelong honey, my absolute everything. And I just look forward to sharing the rest of my life with you.